Welcome to your daily focus for September the 7th, 2022. Oh my gosh, the energy is on fire today. Really, it is. I can't wait to get to talk a little bit about the planets. We'll get there. Let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you truly. Now we have the 7 energy today. The 7 energy is standing in your truth. It's also an energy that brings in compromise. We want to create harmony in our life. We want to create beauty in our life. We want to deepen our relationships under a 7 energy. And so we have to be extra cautious not to give a part of ourselves away, our power, or make a decision or a compromise that really doesn't fit your needs at all. So we have to watch that because we'll be more prone to wanting to make a little bit more of the harmony rather than having the big argument. Although, I tell ya, our conversations today should be, well, we'll get there. Now, if you do the daily energy of the day for the numerology, you take the month, you take the day, you take the year. Okay, so the month is the 9th month of September. The day is the 7, and the year is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2, which gives you a 6. So 9 plus 7 plus 6 is a 22. Yes, a master number. On top of this great energy, we have a 22 energy, and that is the master builder. You know what? We could be actually seeing more challenges today and embrace those challenges, because those challenges are there almost like a testing ground to see if you're ready to go to the next level and beyond, to see if you can really move yourself forward in the way you think you can. When, when rubber hits pavement, what happens? Is that the saying? I don't know. It came in my head. I said it out loud. So, visionary thoughts. 22 energy, definitely visionary thoughts. Things can happen quite rapidly, quite quickly. And Uranus, I don't think Uranus is part of the equation today, but it isn't so much this year that we might as well just include Uranus, because if we're not getting off of some kind of energy of Uranus, we're stepping into, it seems Uranus is very, very busy these days. So the things could literally be around the corner. Life could change on a dime. So expectation of it, okay? Not a hope, not a wish. Oh gosh, I hope so, Tilly. No. Thanks, Tilly. I'll expect it to show up is what you should be saying. And then expect it. Put your focus on your goals, your dreams. Don't allow in the things that no longer have value in your life, are very negative. So try and stay out of that negative environment, away from those negative people, those people that draw you down. They pull you through their words, through just their demeanor sometimes, just the way they hold themselves. You just kind of feel like you start copycatting them, and you're finding you're slouching, and sit up tall and proud, or better yet, stand, walk straight forward on a day like today. My goodness, sun is in Virgo. Moon is in Aquarius today. Now, the really cool thing about the moon is having a talk with Mercury and Mars today. And it's all good. They're chatting it up. They're enjoying each other. They want to help out each other. So that's good for us. Now, no, under that kind of energy, we don't really push ourselves. So this is where we need to push ourselves, okay? Now, all those planets, the moon, Mercury, and Mars are all in air signs, right? Gemini, Libra, and Virgo, right? No. And Aquarius. Oh my gosh, and Virgo. Virgo's not now. Okay. Anyways. Not an astrologer. I'm a tarot card reader. They're all in air signs. So we've got Mercury in Libra, we've got Mars in Gemini, we've got the moon in Aquarius, and they're all in air signs. So air signs are about our thoughts, our communication, clarity and understanding, our truth. And it's a lot of intellectual and mental activity, okay? Emotion, actually, we don't even like emotion on days like today. We want to, feelings can get uncomfortable, absolutely. Or we could even get spiteful. That kind of energy could come out if we really go to the emotional side of it. So stay away from the emotion. Try and stay more logical today. Mental activity is just great. Utilize your thoughts and grow your thoughts into the vision of your tomorrow, of what that goal looks like at the end. You know, Mercury is all about talking and communication. Mars is all about our warrior going forward. Oh, I've had these sneezing fits today. I hope I don't get one here. Oh my gosh. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Oh. So it is a beautiful day to talk about what we want to do, because if you get with some like-minded people that also like that subject, you're going to come up with some amazing stuff today. I kid you not. It will move you forward. Those conversations you have, and it'll be from the heart center. It'll get your emotions just a going and boiling, but the good emotions in the right way. And that alone can motivate you to move mountains if you must, in order to accomplish your goals, your dreams, your desires. So it is, and we have the 22 energy backing us up. So, oh my goodness. Amazing. Now, of course, everything isn't as great. Now, the sun is actually trining, I think, one of the nodes too. And so the sun trining a node, it encourages us to go after those goals, to challenge ourselves, to rise to a challenge, to grow, to improve. So we have all this beautiful energy to tap into. Now, the sun is not getting along so much with Chiron. So you might feel your confidence waver a little bit when you start to move. Just push through it, okay? Don't allow that energy to pull you back, to make you procrastinate. What are you doing, Milo? What are you doing, baby? Huh? You go on. Go on. Go lay down. So we could face situations. That could actually bring in the situations that'll test us today. I love him, but he is the clumsiest dog in the world. He's a 100-pound dog. I got this little tiny baby gate, you know, one of those little wooden ones you can get really cheap. Yeah. So, and I put it about 3/4 of the way across doorways that he's not allowed to go. So he must have tried to sneak by it just now. Of course, it's going to fall to the ground. But I bet you he didn't pass it because he's terrified of it now. And he's this big black 100-pound dog. Oh my goodness. Oh, so don't let the gate falling down scare you into backing up again, okay? Don't let your confidence waver. Tell yourself you're worthy. Tell yourself you're deserving. Tell yourself that you have the talents, the abilities, the personality to go after this. Whatever it is for you. And set those goals. And set them in motion. So then we could be very indecisive, right? We could be very indecisive today. So, because that's the 7 energy coming in. So just be a little careful of that. Because we need to push through how we're going to go forward. So the more you get around people, or maybe it's listening to a TED talk or something about something that you like, and they get you fired up, and they tell you some things that it's like, I didn't even know that. Now that I know that, I know how to go forward, kind of attitude. So there's a lot of great energy to tap into, a little bit of unwavering kind of energy, or wavering, not unwavering, wavering. There's a lot of unwavering, but there's also some wavering, right? We don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe that we've got it. Too many people in our lives have told us that we can't do this, or for whatever reason that you have been allowing yourself to procrastinate, hold back, put it on the back burner. So grab a hold of those passions, those dreams, those desires, get around like-minded people, pop up a video on YouTube, or do some research, or get out there and meet some people that are like-minded and think like you, and connect, and watch the volume raise in the communication about it, and how to go forward in it, and how to take it and run with it. Because those kinds of conversations will be happening today. Maybe you'll have it with yourself. Maybe you'll have it with other people. Okay, let's cut the cards. Okay, look at this, the Hermit. The Hermit says, okay, first of all, we have to sit in the here and now. Okay, the Hermit is technically the guy who goes into the cave or into the desert and, He hangs out by himself, and what does he do? He looks at where he currently is. The past is over. Yesterday is done. And he's taken his wisdom with him to this point. Now I'm here. Okay, so how do I make it to there? And sometimes the hermit will go in to get the answers, to wait for God, the angels, the spirit guides, to direct the hermit on where to go and how to go. It might come to them in a dream, but not until they know where they're going do they come out of the desert, come out of the cave, and start walking forward. They usually have, he's got that cane that's lit up there. And it's a sure step, right? We're making sure when we hold, he's got two, right? He's got one, the light, but two, one for walking. And so he's making extra sure, well, I guess it's a he. He's making extra sure that his footing is going to be strong and sure. He's taking extra precautions on this trip. So we should be mindful of that. I've never really seen that in this card before. It's amazing how many new things. I've been using this deck for a couple decades, but a decade here. And now I'm seeing all these new things in the deck. So know that you're taking sure steps. And how do we do that? We use the air energy. We use Mercury and Mars and the moon as our guides today to bring in that clarity, that understanding, so it's sure steps going forward. Okay, first card of the Nine of Wands. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, I know some of you don't like it when I tell the story, but it's so appropriate today. All those wands behind you represent the path that you have walked. They all started out like that stubby little wand that you've got in your hand, and you're looking at it and you're eyeing it up, and it's short and it's stubby and it's twisted and there's no growth on it. But the other ones represent what that used to look like is now what they look like. Does that make sense? Did I talk like in the riddles there? They're all tall, they're all straight, they all have foliage on them, there's all growth potential. And these are different things. We walk down those different parts of our life and we go, why did I have to go through that? And everyone, I don't know. Everybody figure, I don't know. But it's so that you could be at this point in time. And now it kicks in. Now that knowledge or that wisdom, that talent, that ability, that part of your personality that has been formed comes into play. So that you can do this. Now we're wearing white. Why? Because it's a brand new path that we're looking at. But it's a merge of all the other paths that we have walked too. So you have the knowledge. You have what it takes to take the first steps, if not all the steps. You have what it takes to take the first steps when this card comes out. It's now, are you going to do it? Are you going to procrastinate about it? Are you going to let fear take over, anxiety? Are you going to start telling yourself that you're not worthy of it, or you don't have the resources or the time or the energy? What excuse are you going to use there to hold yourself back? Or are you going to go forward? Because this is a brand new path for you. And yes, we have free will, so you get to make that decision. We're also wearing red. Red is passion, courage. So do we have passion about this? Do we have courage to take those steps? To do the work that is needed? To take those steps one at a time. So it's very much a contemplation kind of day. And what are we hoping to gain here? Clarity, understanding. Knowledge about what it's going to entail. What's it going to take? What's it going to take to make that stubby, twisted wand into something tall and thin and full of foliage and a prize wand full of growth? What do we need to do? Because right now it's just a thought. And so once again, the air energy comes in for us today and really helps us gain clarity, understanding. The Six of Swords. Now the Swords is actually air energy in the tarot. And here we are. So this is the clarity, the understanding, the thoughts that are needed in order to go forward, to strike out for new shores, to be the explorer, to be the trailblazer, to maybe you have enough, you're equipped with enough to go. Okay? And you may have to learn more as you go. But right now, you can push off from shore. You can set your sights on a new destination. You can leave point A. And then the Nine of Swords, air energy, our thoughts. Now this is worries and concerns. This is a little bit more about the Sun and Chiron not getting along, right? We have that doubt. We have that self-doubt. Oh, I don't know if I can really do it. And trust me, your mind will take you back to the worst possible moment in your life. And even if it didn't happen that way, they'll show you how it could have happened that way. How ugly it was. You know, and you were 4 years old. But, you really want to try that again? Like, yeah, you do. So these are your thoughts. So stop them. Stop them. Move them in the direction you want. Start creating beautiful things. If you are going to take a molehill and make it into a mountain, then make it a positive one. Make it big and strong and mighty. You know, take that little stub of a wand and grow it into something magnificent. That's what today is asking you to do with these cards. Watch the worry. 99.5% of that won't happen, and that's not a real number, okay? But I'm saying it's very, very rare when we allow our minds to take us away on that rabbit hole trip that it ever is something great. And it never happens. You know, you're all worried about what they're going to say tomorrow at work, and you walk into work and nobody even acts like anything happened. Meanwhile, you've lost like your whole night's sleep because you thought, everybody's going to be talking about this, but nobody even cares because this happened over here. Did you hear about that? So, you know, most things don't happen in the way that we play it out in the future. We're having full-blown conversations with people that have never even happened sometimes in our minds, and we're just creating that negativity. We're just drawing it in and drawing it in and drawing it in. Absolutely. That's what we're doing. We're inviting that energy around us when we constantly think of it. 17 seconds and you start inviting that. And I think that is a stat that I actually got from somewhere at one point or another, that if you wanted to do an affirmation, 17 seconds. Well, how long is 17 seconds? We can give positive thinking 17 seconds. That's not a big stretch. We definitely give negativity 17 seconds, day in and day out. We're really good at that. We're trained to do that from birth, and we do it well. So, you know, these are the what ifs we're worrying about. What if this happens? What if they don't? Okay, start playing that what if game, but think positive, you know? What if this is the first day of the rest of my life and I walk into complete success? What if it grows and grows? What if it gets franchised? What if I get into like 90 countries worldwide, 42 languages? I don't know. What if? What if he actually said hello to me? What if they asked me out on a date? What if they wanted to marry me? What if they wanted to have children, wanted to grow a family? What if they hired me tomorrow? What if they saw how my pure potential and gave me a raise? What if they gave me a company car? What if they decided to put my family up in a house and the food and everything's free, they handle the utilities? What if? What if they make $1 million mistake on your bank account and deposit it for you? And when you go on your phone and you tell them about it, they say, there's no mistake. That was a mistake that happened so long ago and we had to pay all this interest to you. So you're good to go now. What if your favorite aunt won the lottery and she decided to take you on a cruise around the world for a year? What if? Start thinking positive thoughts, okay? Stop thinking negative, even though the negative is right there. I don't have money. I don't have a job. I'm not going on a world cruise. I'm not, whatever it might be. I'm not going for after a relationship. I doubt if I'll get that job. If you start doing, my health sucks. When you start doing things like that, you are inviting those things into your life to be present. So we really have to watch our self-talk when this card comes up. Okay? So if we're going to grow something from a little tiny thought, let's grow it magnificent, okay? So start playing the what if game with yourself, but raise it up. Raise it up, absolutely. Okay, we'll get a mantra card. So it's a very free will kind of day, right? We have all minor arcana cards here. 1 wand and 2 swords. So there's a little bit of action. There's a little bit of action, but not a lot of action. It's more about our thoughts. It's more about our intellect. It's more about getting clarity. It's more about understanding the next steps. So if we use that, like I told you guys in the Capricorn moon, if you used it to kind of base a strategy, you're way ahead of all of us. Because now you get the clarity. Now you see your truth in what you've written. Now you know where you need to communicate and how you need to communicate to get the answers that you need, to get the clarity that you need, to get the intellect perhaps that you need. But remember that we also have the sun and the north node. And when the sun and the north node are getting along, we rise to the challenge. We want to do these things. So if you have your list, like I told you to do yesterday, and you don't have to listen to me. No, you don't. Everybody has free will. But if you did it and you strategized, you're ahead of the game today. So keep going forward with that. Don't rest on your laurels now. Look at this, the Dragonfly. Live life to the fullest. Live life to the fullest. Isn't that what it's all about? It's so short. So live life to the fullest. Live each moment as if it were going to be your last ones. Each and every day. I retired recently, and I bumped into somebody that used to be a customer, and she was just this beautiful woman, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I said her name, and she looked at me, and she's a dear sweet thing, and she must be in her 90s at least, and she's like, I'm sorry, I don't, and she drives, she lives alone, she takes care of herself. I mean, she was out there shopping all by herself, and she's sharp as a tack. But she goes, I don't know who you are. And then I told her I wasn't in uniform. Well, then she was like, oh my goodness. She says, so her advice to me that day was live life to the fullest. Make every day a party. Find laughter. And you will enjoy each day. And if I could be half as healthy as her in my 90s. So here's the Dragonfly telling us the exact same thing. Live life to the fullest. Don't waste those moments. The Dragonfly lives near water and represents the ability to be emotionally strong and flexible. It's one of the only creatures that can fly up, down, sideways, and backwards. Living your truest life is a responsibility. Do not let it be trivialized or lived superficially. The Dragonfly is a symbol of knowing who you are and what you want. Make informed decisions and live life to the fullest without regrets. The mantra is, I'm emotionally strong and live my life without regrets. I'm emotionally strong. I live my life without regrets. So that stops this from happening, right? When we don't constantly go back over and analyze, what's done is done. We'll deal with it tomorrow, whatever it may be. Okay. So we'll grab an animal card. And this is the kind of day, I'm telling you, I put out a 21 day challenge manifestation. 21 lessons, and I tell you, everybody who got in there, they worked extremely hard, and for the most part, I haven't heard a complaint yet. That's a good thing, knock on wood. But it's on Patreon. I'm leaving it. You can join my Patreon. It's like $1 a month. Okay, it's not going to break the budget by any stretch of the imagination. But I do thank you because it pays for things like mics and new cameras and stuff like that when I need it. So it keeps me here so I can keep doing what I'm doing. I just bought 2 decks. I'm going to do reviews on them. Maybe go over some of my other decks and do reviews on them too because I've used them for so long. Why not? But I'm going to be and I haven't even taken them out of the wrapper yet. I'm so excited. But I did smudge them today in the wrapper. So I got the Rose Oracle. And this one, it just looks so cool. I had to have it. I'm sorry, but I just had to have it. Heavenly Bodies, Astrology, the deck, and a little guidebook. So I might be doing that just on Patreon. I might include YouTube. I don't know. It's going to be reviews, but maybe working with the decks, maybe I'll just leave to Patreon. But anyway, the 21-day manifestation. Okay, I give you a lot of work to do. I really do. I make you dig deep. I make you understand things, look at things a different way, change your perspective on some things. And it's not over after the 21 days, okay? Anybody who's completed the course. But, I mean, just go on my Patreon then maybe and just read, pay the buck and read the comments and see if you even want to do it. But I think from the comments you really do want to do it. This is the kind of energy to manifest the life you want. And I've been manifesting things. I haven't, got both heels dug in yet and doing some stuff, but I don't really want to do it that way. So, I want to be here. So we'll take care of other things. So it's more comfortable to be here, and I don't have to charge on Patreon anymore. I can have the first free site on Patreon. What would Patreon do about that, I wonder? So my goal is helping you. And no, I'm not good at selling myself as I jumble over my words here and whatnot. But, maybe some of the people that are here that have taken the 21-day manifestation challenge can put in their 2 cents worth of what they thought of the course. And if you thought it sucked, let me know too. I mean, I'm open to, I can take criticism extremely well if I can, so long as it's constructive so that I can move towards helping everyone so much better. So if you can do that, that's great. Thank you. But it's like $1 a month minimum. You can do as much as you want, but it's $1 a month, and it's hard work. Okay, so don't think it's just a couple of videos that you watch and all of a sudden you're manifesting things, because it's not that at all. Okay, by the end of course you should be able to manifest small things for sure, like parking spots, and maybe you're already doing that. But it will absolutely step you towards manifesting the life that you truly deserve and want. The dragon. Oh my goodness. The supernatural. I talked all about this, manifestation and how you can do it. Tap into the magic that's inside of you and, oh my gosh, all around you. For goodness sakes, the dragon, the supernatural. You are an ancient wise sage. You can shape shift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Rise with dignity. So it's keeping your integrity intact. It's doing it not for selfish reasons, or the wrong reasons, I should say, but doing it for the right reasons. And that could be to better your lifestyle. And when you are bettered, everybody around you is raised as well, aren't they? And if you're not okay, you can't take care of anybody else anyways. So it is about raising yourself. You're an ancient, wise sage. Can I get it without the reflection? There we go. You're an ancient, wise sage. You can shape shift at will. Gosh, what does that mean? Because I know I haven't been able to turn into a dragon and fly away myself. But you can, in your mind, go to the future and see that goal. See that success. Witness it. And sometimes, depending on the people that are around us, we tend to shape shift, don't we? Well, all of a sudden we're minding our manners or whatever it may be. Or this person comes in the room, it's like everybody just be quiet because they don't like being interrupted, and so everybody gets whatever it may be. We shape shift throughout the day. You're having a fight with somebody in the car. You get out of the car and then you walk into the convenience store and go, "Hi, how's it going?" And then you get back in the car like, "Where were we?" So no, that wouldn't happen, right? We wouldn't be fighting and arguing. We'd be talking it out. We'd be thinking about our words, wouldn't we? Yes, of course we would. Mastery is your destiny. So master your path forward. Master your thoughts. Master your intellect. Master your creativity. Master your talents and abilities. Master your magic. And in turn, you master the path forward. So it's a beautiful, and remember, we have the 22 energy on top of pulling the dragon out. All this beautiful energy around us to really motivate us to move forward. We can rise to the challenge today. We want the challenge. Bring it on, baby, is what we're thinking. We reach towards our goals. We want to grow. We want to improve. This is a beautiful day for that all to come together for you. So take some time today. Become the dragon and slay your future. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.